Tapealert, 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 Tapealert.
Yo, you already know what it is. Your boy GGS Rico, Tapealert. We got Kai in the building. How you doing, Kai? What's going on?
Hey y'all, I'm Tsehay. I'm a hip hop photographer, and I'm here with Rico.
There you go. There you go. I like the energy. I like the energy. Yes. Yes. Bright smile too. Bright smile. What's your nationality?
I'm black, but my nationality is African American, and then my mother is British Jamaican.
Okay. Speaking of your mother, she taught you some things.
A lot of things.
Speak on it.
Well, my mom, she's a dope creative. She used to be a graphic designer. Used to like do layouts for like BET in the '90s. And she's just taught me everything about business. She used to have a couple businesses in DC, and honestly, financially wise, she's great with money, and she's just all around a great person. So, a lot of my creative talents I give up to her. So
what's one thing that really stuck with you that your mother taught you?
Let's see. I just think like really being detailed when it comes to like your artwork, and not being like overly critical, but having like you know how there's like negative criticism, but also having positive criticism about your work, and being able to neutralize that. So.
Okay. I heard you mention DC. I know it's a little rough out there. You know what I'm saying? How was it growing up out there?
Luckily for me, it's pretty privileged in DC. I'm from Uptown, so Columbia Heights area. Grew up there until I was about 16, and when I was 16, I moved to Florida.
Okay.
And then from Florida, moved to Atlanta for college and went to Spelman. But grew up in DC, it was a great time, especially being around like so many black people and just seeing black excellence. Yeah, DC has its its rough parts, but it also has a lot of black excellence there in general. So
like a freelancing photographer, right? How is that? How does that work?
So freelancing photography, it's basically a lot of networking and using your connections to get where you need to go. Specifically, like with music photography, it can be a lot sometimes because as we know how the music industry rolls, like sometimes they don't want to pay you, or it's a lot of networking and really having to show your work. But I love it. I love music and shooting music and watching artist development. That's what gets me going to concerts, being in the pit. I love it. So.
All right. I was going through your gram too a little earlier. So you got pictures of Boogie, shmurda up there. You was actually with them?
Yeah, so my cousin, shout out to B Sargent. She's a video director in Queens. She opened a studio called Sargent Creative Studio, so I help her manage it. So we just, we kind of opened about a year ago now, I guess, and we have just been, networking and trying to get as many artists to come into the studio, especially music artists. Like that's our main audience.
What other artists have you been around?
I've been around like Jack Bees, been around Rico Nasty, shout out to Rico. I used to work with Grand Hustle, so like T.I. and all of them. I used to intern with them. I've been around so many artists.
You was in the South?
Yes, in Atlanta.
How long were you down there for?
I went to college out there, so I have my college years at Spelman, and then I think before I moved there, I was like out there for like 2 years. So I guess it could be like 4 years or so, or 5.
Okay.
I go back to Atlanta a lot though.
You planted your seeds and then you came back.
Yes. A lot of my connects in New York, shout out to Atlanta. It came from Atlanta to New York. So.
Connected dots, okay. So listen, I know you was with Smurda. How was it with him?
He was fire. He was lit. I was just doing like some BTS for a friend who was shooting for Bobby. So he was great energy. I was like, I definitely want to be his best friend. He's just lit, like just great energy. He's definitely somebody I could see someone wanting to shoot for a music video or taking photos. It's just the energy. Yeah. Some artists that can kind of be, but him, he was just, let's go, let's get this done type of thing.
Okay. So you went to college. What'd you go to college for?
I went to college for psychology.
Okay. Yeah. Picking people's brains and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so what you gonna do with that? Because you got your BA in that, right?
I have my BA in that. I was gonna go back for industrial organizational psychology like which would have been I graduated like college like in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So kind of just didn't do that. Just went the straight creative route and been doing photography ever since. But now I am enrolled in a UX design program, so I'm trying to be a UX designer.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get in tech, which UX design is still like the creative side of tech a little bit. But it has a lot of psychology to it, so I'm really applying that degree now to that. But also psychology can be like applied to a lot of like photography things. Like you have to know a good photographer, you have to know how to make your client feel comfortable, feel welcome. You have to know, like, especially if you're doing like music industry photography, like you have to just know, like, you just have to gauge like how an artist is feeling and, you know, see where they're at when it comes to shooting. So
okay. So it's about Ebony Magazine.
oh yes, I didn't shoot specifically for Ebony Magazine, but I'm part of this like community online called Black Women Photographers. Check them out. And you know, I was just shooting Afro punk, and then I guess they reached out to Black Women Photographers and was like, hey, we want to, you know, take some of the work of the photographers who were shooting there, and, you know, post it on Ebony Magazine. So that's kind of how I got that placement on that little article and such.
Okay, so you work with a lot of people, right? Who was the best? Who gave you the best vibe, the good energy?
Damn, that's hard.
Why could you say that?
Let me think. So I would say like artist-wise. Honestly, I'm blanking on that, but I have to say like being around a creative community, it would be in Atlanta at Cam Kirk Studios. So if you know about Cam Kirk Studios, started by the photographer Cam Kirk. And he just basically made a hub for like, you know, especially young Black photographers to shoot at the studio. And as artist-wise, I would say like that type of collective.
Okay. So you started your own business?
Yeah, with the photography.
What's the name?
It's Tsehay Media.
Tsehay Media. Okay. Where can we find that?
You can find it at kaisahay.com or follow me on official_Kai or at Tsehay on Instagram. And Tsehay is spelled T-S-E-H-A-Y. It's not pronounced the way it's spelled.
I want to hear more about your business. You know, how's it going for you?
Currently, it's been cool. Like it's going. Definitely had like some struggles with it because, you know, sometimes like with photographers, sometimes you'll have like a lot of gigs and then sometimes you won't. It can fluctuate. But lately, like, you know, I've been outside more, networking and all of that. So it's been like steady going. But currently, my main focus is the classes I'm doing right now. So it's kind of not put on a halt, but a little bit. The main stuff I've been shooting mainly is like events, and then just even for fun for myself, just been going out and just taking pictures of people.
Okay, that's good. So like, what are you doing in your free time?
What I do in my free time, I like to go out. I like to turn up.
Okay.
No, real life, I do like to go out. I'm kind of like an ambivert, so I'm an introvert, extrovert. Like I do enjoy being around people and being in spaces. So. Like really during the summertime, I love going to like park parties and I just like to be outside. So
like rallies and stuff. Is it park parties?
Park parties and yeah, I've done. I guess I don't know what's rally like protesting. I've done that. So
you're in Atlanta too. Like, how's the strip clubs? You out there in the strip club?
Yeah, the strip clubs are lit. I didn't like go all the time, but I do love strippers. So, but it was cool.
You love strippers?
Atlanta has the best strip clubs. So. Compared to everywhere I've been, nowhere compares to Atlanta strip club. So shout out to them. Shout out to Magic City.
Tell us some of your hobbies.
Hobbies. So, I mean, a lot of my hobbies involve photography. I also do yoga. That's something I've been doing a lot now. What other hobbies? Honestly, like everything, I'm realizing a lot of my hobbies are centered around my work. So I just do a lot of photo stuff. Honestly, like I always have like a camera on me if it's a small camera or a big camera. What are other hobbies? I like to travel a lot. Currently, I'm not traveling as much, but I'm usually that friend who's not in the same state or in another country. So
always busy moving around.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not any special? Anybody special in your life?
No.
No?
Myself.
Okay. You're saving yourself, huh?
I don't know how to answer that, but I guess self-love is the best love, so have yourself.
That's right. How long you been doing this thing, this photography thing? connecting the dots with everything that you're doing?
I've been doing photography, I guess like now would be like 7 years officially, but I've been shooting since I was like in high school. It was just, I wasn't like taking it seriously. I was just like, okay, like I know I'm good at it, let me try it. Was doing it, then I got to college and I saw that, oh, you can make money off of this, which was like a little $80. But hey, in college, that's like, hey.
You in college, yeah.
And then, you know, I was shooting like a lot of events on campus, and then I got into the music industry kind of because of my dad. That's where I started entering the Grand Hustle. Then I started to realize like, oh, I actually like to shoot like music and stuff, and I like to shoot concerts. Also, when I was in college, I was like on the school newspaper. That got me into concerts. So I started to realize I was like, oh, like I really do like shooting concerts. And a big reason I was doing photos was so I could just get into concerts. But then from there, I was like, oh, I can actually make a living off of this, and it just kind of transpired.
So you would say like in college, like that's when you started taking serious, really serious?
Yeah, that's when I started taking it like seriously, because I was like making money off of it a little bit, and then I realized it was like a passion.
So what event made you say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take it to the next level. I'm gonna make it happen.
I would have to say probably like one music fest. So I was shooting that for like the college newspaper. I think like the Migos. Like there was like the Migos, Outkast was there, and all of them.
Okay.
I think Lauryn Hill was. It was one of those years, and I was shooting in the pit, and I was like, oh, I really enjoy this. And then just like my concert stuff was kind of like everyone was fucking with it, and then from there, you know, just was trying to go to concerts, have friends in the industry who would like, you know, give me passes to, you know, get into like concerts and shoot.
Okay.
And then Camp Kirk Studios. I was interning at Camp Kirk Studios and was exposed to amazing music, hip hop photographers, and saw that they were doing that. So I was like, why can't I do the same thing?
So like, if there's anything that you want to say to the young black women out there, black women, period, to encourage them to keep moving and going, what would it be?
Give me a second. Don't fall to imposter syndrome. You know, a lot of times that happens where you don't think you're something that you are. So, for example, like you may think like, I can't do this photography stuff. Like, I'm not really a photographer. No, you are. Also, my favorite quote is to stay close to people who feel like sunlight. So just to stay close to people who feel good, who like feed you, who like nourish your soul, who want to see you succeed and win. So, and also create a collective of people who can really support you, because when you have a collective of people who support you, you don't have to do that stuff on your own. Like, having support is the greatest thing. So,
how is your support system?
I have a great support system from family, from friends. Luckily, my parents, I think a great thing is that one of my parents is a creative. So, and also my dad, like he's a creative kind of, but that's not like, he's not all the way in it, but they support my dreams. They're like, yo, you're gonna blow up. And with my friends, like I love that I'm around a lot of creative friends and friends who are just doing the same stuff as me, like-minded like me, and you know, we just all lift each other up. So.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. Tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me at official_Kai, so official_KAI.
You have Facebook?
I do have Facebook. It should be Tsehay, so KAITSEHAY.
TikTok?
I don't be on TikTok, but it's the same as my Instagram handle.
Okay. You got a message for the world that you want to put out there?
Try to think. You're finna see my photos in the history books, so.
That's big. That's big. Here you go. We got Kai, we got GGS Rico, Tapealert. Want to say anything before we wrap it up?
Hey, this is Kai interviewing with Tapealert. Make sure you check them out. Follow me at official_Kai. And if you need photos, hit me up. I'm fine. So.
There you go. Nice talking to you.
No problem. You too.
Tapealert on the beat.